Another January 6th defendant whose charges were increased is former Virginia police officer Thomas Robertson. Robertson, you guys are probably going to remember, he was initially charged with just the basic 4 misdemeanors. And then about a month later, he was charged with the felony of obstructing an official proceeding. So he was already facing up to 20 years max in prison because of that one felony charge, which we've never seen anybody get even close to it. But now a grand jury has returned a new indictment, and it added 2 new felony charges or enhancements to Robertson's case. So the first felony is civil disorder and then aiding and abetting in that crime. But that wasn't the worst news for Robertson. The second felony resulted from a dangerous weapon enhancement that the grand jury recommended to be added on to his existing charge of entering a restricted building or grounds. Investigators allege that Robertson was carrying a large wooden stick when he was inside the Capitol. So that takes the maximum sentence from 1 year all the way up to 10 years for entering a restricted building or grounds. Like I said, it's a maximum 1 year if you just enter the building, but if you're carrying a dangerous or deadly weapon, the max penalty is tenfold. And this guy has been completely defiant. He's been repeatedly digging this hole deeper for himself. I've shared updates with you guys, but Robertson was offered a plea deal a while back and he rejected it. And in addition, he was sent back to jail after the government had discovered that he had purchased in excess of 30 firearms while he's under this federal indictment. And then they found the makings of pipe bombs in his home and other explosives, allegedly. He was also caught in an online forum making remarks about future violence. And his co-defendant, who's also a former officer named Jacob Fracker, he's asked the court to sever their cases because right now they're tied together. He wants to accept a plea deal. But so far, the DOJ has said, nope, we're going to keep these tied together. And, you guys are going to be offered a joint plea agreement only. So you both have to go along with this. So I guarantee they're not friends anymore. The next update is about 22-year-old Riley Williams of Pennsylvania. You guys are definitely going to remember her. She's the woman who's believed to have stolen the laptop from Nancy Pelosi's office. However, initially, she was only charged with the basic 4 misdemeanors. Well, at the end of last year, she was finally formally charged with that theft. And now she's been indicted on a total of 8 charges, which include civil disorder, obstructing an official proceeding, assaulting or resisting officers, theft of government property, entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of parading in a Capitol. So Williams now faces up to 20 years in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines. And the feds are still investigating earlier reports that she was planning to sell that laptop to someone in Russia that she knew. So no word about any potential plea deals with her, but I'll let you guys know when I hear more for sure on that case. Another January 6th defendant who's had his charges increased is Dale Shalvey of North Carolina. Shalvey was also charged with the typical 4 misdemeanors, but then prosecutors charged him with obstructing an official proceeding because Shalvey was found to be one of the people who actually made it into the Senate chamber. But then his charges were increased, not 1, not 2, but 3 times. There were 3 superseding indictments filed against him. So now Shalvey is potentially facing decades in prison. They've hit him with civil disorder, assaulting or resisting officers, obstructing an official proceeding, theft of personal property, 2 counts of false statements, which we don't see ever, even though they all should get it, entering a restricted building or grounds, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct, also entering and remaining on the floor of Congress and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol building. So, of course, I will let you guys know what transpires in that case.